first video of the year, and it is a second generation Gold Silver Crystal battle. This battle was against Use, and it was done last year. It's one of the two battles I have saved up. He already uploaded his version on his channel, but I still decided to upload this on mine to give my point of view of the battle. So let's start. And as you see here, we lead both with fire types. He leads with his signature Quilava, and I lead with Rapidash. And the reason for that is the two common leads of Nereus are Spikes users, Pineco and Delibird, and both are weak to fire. So leading with the fire types allows you to deal with them early on. And he switches to Noctowl as I set up my Sun, and Noctowl can take moves very well, but under the Sun, Fire Blast hurts. Unfortunately, I missed my Fire Blast there, and he hits his Hypnosis. So my Rapidash now is out of commission, sort of. I still decided to burn a Sleep Tons, since Noctowl cannot do too much against me, but this Pupitar can, so I have to switch out here. And Octillery is my best Pokemon in the team to take the incoming Rock Slide, and now I can threaten him out with an incoming Water attack. So knowing he's going to switch, I set up a Curse, and this is perfect. Now he has this Noctowl here, and even though he decides to Curse along with me, I have sort of the advantage in the long run, since I have a higher attack than his base defense. And I get a lucky crit there as well, which will make this process of wearing down the Noctowl easier. And even though his returns are stab, again, his base attack and my base defense are also different. His base attack is way lower than my base defense. So once again, I have the advantage here in the Curse War. And here, I'm not sure he wants to preserve this Noctowl for later, but I still decided to go for return, and he stayed in. He let his Noctowl go down, which kinda makes things worse for him in the later game, as you will see. But in comes a Kingler, and Kingler, I know he's going to try to set up Sword Dance, but Octillery has already 2 curses, so my defense is high enough so I can take any move from him, even boosted with Sword Dance, and I want to deal as much damage as I can to Kingler to wear him down, where then I can send him a faster Pokemon and just take him out from there. So that's my plan here. I hit him with 2 returns that put him in a range where any move from a faster Pokemon will take him out. I sacrifice my Octillery in the process, but that's okay. He has done his job, even though he still has his Fire type and his Pupitar, but I have other ways to deal with them. So now I'm thinking which fast Pokemon I will send in. I have 3 options basically, well 4 options, but ultimately I decided to bring in Xatu and just go for the safe Psychic. And let's see if he's going to switch out Kingler or not. But he decided to switch Kingler and bring in his Pupitar, and here I'm thinking, man, if I went for the risky play and set up the Sunny Day on the switch, I could have hit him right now with the Solar Beam, which he probably wouldn't see it coming. But that's why I just went for the safe move, and now I have to switch because I don't want to take a Rock Slide from Pupitar. And Dugtrio doesn't take the Rock Slide very well because it was a crit, and his defense is nothing special. So here I went just for the safe Earthquake. Surprisingly, he stayed in with the Pupitar. Maybe he thought he could take an EQ, or maybe he thought I would over-predict. But now Raticate comes in, and this can be a problem. Raticate is very fast, and stab normal moves from him do hit hard. So I'm here deciding, what shall I do? Should I stay in just to get some damage off? Should I Toxic? Because switching out I don't think is a good move here. So EQ, just to take some damage, and a crit Body Slam will take me out. That's unfortunate. I thought I could maybe take one, I'm not sure. The paralysis chance was also there. So now I send in Sneasel, And here I said, let's go for Toxic. Because Shadow Ball does not affect him, and Thief. Well, I still have the Miracle Berry, so Thief wouldn't do a thing. And thank goodness I went for Toxic. The Toxic right there saved me. Because he went for Substitute. If I hadn't Toxic there, he would stay behind the sub and do Super Fang shenanigans. And just wear my whole team down in general, before I could even break his sub. And that would be problematic. But the Toxic there put him on a timer, so because leftovers recovery, even if he switches out, leftovers recovery does not recover the same as amount as poison does, which means eventually he will run out of HP, assuming he doesn't run rest, which Raticate usually does not run rest. So I went to Rapidash just to buy a bit more time, and here he went for the Hyper Beam as I switched back to Sneasel, which I wasn't expecting a Hyper Beam coming from Raticate. But that puts my Sneasel at a low amount of HP, which combined with his fragile defenses doesn't leave me with a big room for options. And now comes in Kingler. Without an attack boost, Shadow Ball from Sneasel probably cannot take Kingler out at that range, because Kingler's defense is pretty good. So I have to switch out, and I decided Xatu is my best option. Return without the Swords and boost still does a decent amount of damage, but it's okay, it's manageable damage. And now, once again, I have to go for a safe Psychic. I cannot overpredict here once again. I'm not in the position to overpredict. And this time he stayed in and let his Kingler go down. And now he only has 2 Pokemon left, which is his Quilava and last Pokemon I haven't seen yet. So I switch out to my Fire type just to see what he's gonna do, and he has Swagger, so some sort of weird set with Swagger, but Swagger can be problematic since Confusion plus the high attack boost. In this tier where Pokemon are usually frailer than normal. As you see here, I hit myself in Confusion, and that's enough to along with the Sludge Bomb to take me out. So fortunately many of my Pokemon are faster than his Quilava, so I can just attack him before he swaggers and then can switch. But anyway, I went for the Moonlight to see what his Venomoth gonna do, and it just attacks with HP Bug, I'm assuming. It would make sense, stab and all that. And now I'm thinking he has probably some sort of status move, but still, I want to see if he has a status move since I have a Miracle Belly. I can absorb it, but it looks like it won't go for the status move. He's just going for HP Bug over and over again. So I thought, let's then switch out. But he makes an awesome prediction here. He knew I was baiting the status move, and since he went for 2 attacks in a row, he thought that I would think he will go for a 3rd hidden power, and I just paralyzed my Xatu on the switch. That was an excellent move on his part here. And now with a paralyzed Xatu, it's harder to play around Swagger, but here I made a prediction of myself, and I knew he was going for the Swagger since I had a paralyzed Xatu, and I switched to Sneasel so that I could get the attack boost, but since I had a Miracle Berry, I would heal myself of Confusion, and now I have +2 attack without being confused. And here I get a lucky crit with a Shadow Ball. Even though it's +2, without the crit I don't think the Shadow Ball would take out the Quilava, because it's non-stab. And now against this Venomoth I just went for Thief to take his leftovers and to make sure that it does not recover, that every health I take from him is there to stay, since otherwise he would just set up curses while recovering HP, and that would be really bad for me. And now I only have 2 Pokemon left against his own Venomoth. My Xatu is paralyzed, and from that range I know Psychic would take him out, but if I get unlucky para, it could be in really bad spot. So I decided to just go for Furret. Just set up a curse and then just fire off double edges and should take him out before he takes me out. But Stun Spore get fully paralyzed there. And sets up a curse and I get another fully para. So 2 full paras in a row. And guess what? 3 full paras in a row. Man, I really wanted for it to do something, but 4 paras, you see there, 4 paras in a row. I know Furret could have done it, but with 4 paralysis, fully para in a row, that was really unlucky for it. You'll get your chance next time, buddy. And here I have to pray no crit and no full para, please. And yes, Xatu did it. He didn't get paralyzed, he didn't get critted, and Psychic took this Venomoth out. So GG used. This was an excellent game, really down to the wire. I really thought your Venomoth was gonna sweep through the rest of my team when I saw those full paras. But fortunately, Xatu could make it. Well, hope you guys all enjoyed this battle. And I still have one more saved up, and it was also against use, but with a different tier. So look forward to that. And as of me, I'll see you all in the next one. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.